Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Truth Train. This podcast is in rough shape. Let's just be honest. We're not doing great.
Everyone's talking about it.
Well, I don't know. First of all, I've been sick in bed the whole weekend, went to shit. Sick, heartbroken, devastated.
You had to cancel so many of your speeches.
Yes. And
that's what makes me the saddest.
I actually had some shows that I couldn't do. That was sad. Everything was sad. You lost your voice
Months ago.
and yeah, we're just like we're
Falling apart.
we're falling apart.
Yeah. But the truth is the glue that will put us back together.
Is it?
It is actually like a what are those eggs called they have in Russia? A Dostoevsky egg?
No, I think it's a Solzhenitsyn egg. No, it's the babushka.
No, come on. Just the egg. The egg that's really
Fabergé?
Yes.
The Fabergé.
The Fabergé egg being
Fabergé.
put together by glue. This podcast is broken, will be put together by truth.
I'm pretty sure he didn't use any glue.
No, I'm just saying, if you had one and it broke, you would use glue, wouldn't you?
No, I'm pretty sure you would take it to a person who would then apply, tin and gold and like a jeweler with like a melting thing.
Nonetheless,
Really? Okay.
the truth puts things back together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it reveals. I don't know if it really puts stuff together. It reveals.
You know what I would say it is? It's the best fuel to, propel a locomotive forward.
Well, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. How many? Okay, even though a lot of people back in the days followed different dictators, and the message for them at that time was the truth they felt that they needed to accomplish something. And how did that go?
Yeah.
I mean, but some good news.
Hey, we haven't, we had Nintendos because of it.
We had Nintendo.
We don't know if we'd have a Nintendo if all those people didn't follow all those ideologies.
That's true.
But I think what a lot of people are thinking right now is just recently there was an immigrant person, I think, who killed like 11 people on a train in England.
Oh,
And people are thinking, well, how refreshing with a train where that isn't happening.
yes.
And that's us,
Yeah.
Because this is a murder-free train.
Yeah, we don't kill people yet, and we are very happy about that. Very happy about that.
We're waiting for the right timing.
We're not murdering anyone at
Yet,
the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
We're not, and so you can.
That always comes later.
I mean,
First, you have to build a following and trust.
first you have to lay down the tracks, put a train on it, and then you murder. Right?
That's correct.
So some good news, relevant news. Dick Cheney is dead.
Right.
And you know what's the most surprising thing about that?
What?
I thought he was already dead.
Right, I actually did too. I just didn't want to say anything.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like, hey, Dick Cheney's dead. Like for a second time? Third? Like what? I thought he died 10 years ago.
I almost thought he died in like the 90s. Like that's how bad it is.
Well, yeah. Well, he had to attack Iraq and Afghanistan first.
of course.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So he's dead. So he marks a death of an era.
He does.
He died with an iron heart at the end.
Wasn't it a transplanted heart?
Yeah, transplanted heart, mechanical stuff. He was like turning into Darth Vader.
They say that if you get a transplant from another person, so like as an example, I heard of a guy, he got a heart transplant. No, okay, it was like this. So this guy, he dated like a certain woman, and she like tried to kill him in his sleep. And no, she did kill him in his sleep.
Oh.
And then he gave his heart to another guy, and that guy who received his heart divorced his own wife and got together with the same crazy woman, and then the crazy woman killed him.
Wow.
So it's kind of like you take on the personality of the organs you get. And so maybe because he got a transplant in 2013, maybe he became less Cheney-esque because he got like the heart of like a nice person.
No, he got more because he doubled down on everything.
He did.
Yeah, he never admitted anything wrongdoing about Iraq, weapons of mass destruction, all those lies I believed when I was a kid.
Yeah, you know, you have to admire people who double down and never admit anything that they've ever done anything wrong. I wish I could do that. I wish I could be as cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Laying back in a beanbag chair. People go, you did this, you did that. I open a Coke. Shh. And they go, whatever, man. That's just the stress talking, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, stress talking.
Yeah, but just unaffected by all accusations.
Yeah. You're a warmonger. You killed millions of people. Fake premises. Hey, man, that's just stress talking, dude.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Man, you need to relax more, man. I think you know. So what's funny is a person like that, whoever's making the accusation, they're the problem.
Right.
And I wish I didn't have as much empathy as I do. I think that's
you have a lot. You have too much, I think.
It's a real hindrance.
It's a real problem with you.
You know what it is? It's a red flag.
You know what? You should take medication for all the empathy you have.
I agree.
I don't know what kind of what medication would you recommend for such a task?
Long-term cocaine use.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's go into some fan feedback.
Great.
Okay. So our last episode, it's on YouTube. Subscribe if you can. If you have a computer, please subscribe.
And remember, by subscribing, you are reaffirming your belief in the cause.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And what the cause is, we'll get back to you on that.
Subscribe first.
Just subscribe first, and then it's like Scientology. It's like, hey, just become a member, and we'll tell you when you arrive on the 9th level.
Yeah.
Like, you know, about the volcanoes and stuff.
The aliens come later.
Yeah, aliens come later.
Yeah.
So, a woman wrote, her name is the Grace Face Killer.
Nice.
She wrote, "What and why did I just watch?" Interesting.
That's great.
That is interesting.
It's good. Hey, but listen, if you watch something and it doesn't produce questions in you, was it even worth watching?
That's so true.
Yeah, so I think she's a fan. She's
What
a future
and
fan.
why did I just watch? These
that-
are philosophical questions.
Is that all she wrote?
Yeah. And I think she's onto something. I think she's actually asking a profound question here.
We should have her on as a guest.
Yes, we should follow her.
She almost knows too much.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And then another guy called Jacob something. He said, "Hey Dex, been a fan for years. Have you gotten kids yet?"
Wow, he knows about the plans. He knows about the chickens and the waffle irons.
Who writes? Like just like randomly on the internet. Hey, big fan. You have kids? Have you gotten kids yet?
Hey, he knows about the plans. So listen,
What a great guy.
Jacob, just like everyone else out there. Like, look, if you know a woman who is unvaccinated, wants to live in the countryside, and wants to produce just a bunch of children and live old school, you know, Warren Buffett once was asked, how do you get a marriage that lasts?
Yeah, you gotta lower your expectations.
No. It's like, he goes, what do you look for? Brains, you know, empathy. No, you look for low expectations. So on that note, if anyone out there knows a woman who's unvaccinated, wants to have a bunch of children, live in the countryside, continuously create waffles.
Yeah, churning butter.
Yes, the whole package, but also has low expectations.
Right.
I would say that's the most important one because it's very necessary in my case.
But has that been a problem for you in your life? Like, has it been a problem that they expect too much of you, and that's why it hasn't worked?
I don't know. I just assume I've done everything wrong most of the time.
Right. That's a good default position.
I think it's a good starting point.
Everybody should do that.
Everyone should assume that they're the worst.
They should assume that, listen, I've done everything wrong, and the world hates me.
Yeah.
And then just little by little find out that that's not true, and then you die, right? But it's a constant search for like that.
I think most people would just have better lives if they just assumed they're terrible.
Right. Like being humble. all the time.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think humble assumes that you still have some sort of like self-respect, but you're willing to look at yourself.
I don't think Adolf would invade Poland if he was humble.
That's true. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
When you read a newspaper article and you hear like this woman like stabbed her man to death,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, that's not ideal. But what did the man do? Right?
Yeah.
So there's something about what did these Polish people do? We weren't there.
Yeah. What did they say that made him roll into tanks
Yeah,
and the whole division?
all I'm saying is we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
We weren't there.
No, I would frame it differently. What was Poland wearing that made them do that?
Yeah, but what was Poland's problem? You know,
Yeah.
that he was forced to do that to teach them a lesson.
That's insanity.
Hey, not on this podcast.
Not on this podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something different today. We're going to do a autumn special.
No, of course.
Autumn. Autumn is in the air.
I think
you can smell it. You can see it.
Everyone was waiting for it.
The autumn?
Yeah.
Oh, they're waiting.
Yeah.
There's something about like, and especially women do this. I saw like a bunch of people on the way over here. Like, look at the leaves.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen these leaves before. Oh, I don't like yellow leaves. Yeah, they're dying.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you like women have this fascination for death? Like they love podcast, true crime, murder in the jungle. A guy disappeared, came back many years later.
Right.
Like there was a lot of like spooky dying, like darkness. A man with a knife.
Right.
Like there's a lot of stuff. They love that stuff.
Right.
And of course they love the autumn.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of romantic comedies take place in the autumn.
Again, so but who are they focused on? The romantic comedies.
Well, always Meg Ryan.
Yeah, it's always her and a bunch of leaves behind her.
Yeah.
Like they're yellow.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks is following me.
That's it. And it's always like, you know, you have a scarf on, a cool jacket, and like it's great. You know, autumn lends itself to great fashion.
Do you know what I think it is? I think the whole autumn love story thing has something to do with autumn. It's a perfect setup for a script when it like, okay, it's autumn and then it becomes winter and then it's very dark and it's cold and it's horrible and everything's going against you. But then spring and then you fall in love and then you marry in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the arc that is perfect for love.
That's true, actually. And then you get divorced at the end of the summer, and you have to start the whole thing again.
And then you make the movie, the follow up.
The sequel comes in the fall again.
Yes. How I got more spam mail.
Everybody meets each other with a scarf on.
Yeah, and so there's something about that. Meeting in the autumn is the right way to live. I think.
I think so.
So, but also.
You've compiled a bunch of questions from fans, haven't you?
Yeah, here's some questions from obviously different lunatics, I would say, compiled.
Good thing they're listening to this podcast. We're curing them one at a time.
How much is it socially acceptable to use a fireplace? Like how much is it socially acceptable?
Like, yeah, because that's a great question, and I've wondered about that a lot.
You have.
Of course. I mean, I think you'd have to have serious psychological challenges if you didn't think about that on a pretty regular basis.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, when you're continuously loading in firewood, you don't need to, do you, for the warmth? I mean, we have ovens, we have electricity.
Yeah.
So it's more of just like you do it because it's so cozy and everything. But I mean, you know those people who grab a mug of something warm and they hold it with both hands to heat it in an attempt to heat up their own hands with the mug?
Yeah.
Like that is not even legal in a lot of countries for a man to do, right?
That's true.
Now, if you have that grip of a mug and you have a scarf on indoors and you're now sitting in front of a fireplace, I think you need some serious professional help. And if you're not asking for help, I think maybe that help should find you.
Yeah, it's usually women who have the teacup, both hands, and they have a bunch of blankets on them, and they're watching something, right? And it's already hot inside, but they're like want to get even warmer.
Aren't they watching the fireplace?
They're watching a fireplace with hands on a cup, boiling hot water. They have more, blankets and wool and everything on them, and they have socks.
Big socks.
I suspect the women, they don't produce heat.
Yeah, I have that suspicion too.
There's something's going on here.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you're with a woman, they always want to put their cold feet on you.
Yeah.
And I don't and then you die from the ice cold foot. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? Your feet is cold. Yeah, that's why I put them on you.
Right.
Right? So
do they accuse you of being warm?
They accuse me but you're warm.
Right.
Right?
So this is a common practice.
So I think there's something going on here. There's something vampire-ish going on.
I just feel that a man's role is outside in the cold, chopping the wood.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the women and children are by the fireplace.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a man, there should be limits. You know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to sit in front of a fireplace if you have a brandy and a cigar and you're planning a war against another country.
That's the only time you're allowed to enjoy the fireplace.
With other diplomats.
Yes.
But also, like, that movie, Around the World in 80 Days?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you just come home from like a voyage, right? 9 months at sea, you got stuck in the Arctic, half the crew died. There was a mutiny on your boat. You executed 3 people just as a show of force to others. You discovered some new species. You made a couple of others extinct. You attacked some natives. And you stole a bunch of artifacts from a country, and you came home with new spices. Then you go to the Explorers Club. Now you can sit in front of the fireplace and plan a war with a brandy.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing those things, you have no excuse to just be sitting there.
But women chop wood also, right?
Sure.
They don't plan as many wars, but they do chop wood.
No, but I'm just saying, like, back in the days, right? A woman had like 19 children to take care of. It was complete chaos.
Yeah. It's about the kids, yeah.
And they had to be shoved inside the house, and then you had to get the heaters going.
Yeah.
And then all the men were just chopping and killing woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But then, once we got electricity, we could start planning wars.
Yeah.
And, we didn't need this whole dynamic anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we planned a couple of wars before we got electricity too.
Probably.
Right?
Probably. But not as many as would have been ideal, because there was too much chopping needed.
Yeah. We didn't have the time to have war because of the chopping.
That's correct.
Right. Okay. But yes, so I would say, I totally agree with you on that. They had to be inside. So basically, women should be just like instinctively better in starting a fire in the fireplace, and get the fire going.
Especially seeing how cold they are.
Especially that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you agree that there are different demands on the genders here with regard to a fireplace? If you're sitting in front of a fireplace as a man with a scarf on and hot cocoa over the age of 22,
Yeah.
then this is like I don't know what you think you're doing, but like a fireplace, you should be lighting your Marlboro Red in the fireplace, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't use a lighter.
No,
You should use the fireplace as the lighter.
that's it.
And if you get 3rd degree burn on your hand,
Yeah,
that's part of the manliness.
that's just part of the smoking.
right.
The Marlboro Man.
Yeah, he was a burn victim.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's another thing too, is just like whenever you have a cigarette in your hand, you should also check the smoke detectors by getting up on a chair and blowing smoke in them around the house.
Yeah, but a real man doesn't have smoke detectors.
That's All right. That's so true.
I mean, that's no.
What does he do if there's a fire then?
He embraces it.
Right.
Like, well, he tries to put it out.
Right.
Like
he doesn't want any warning. He wants a big.
He wants a challenge.
He wants a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
Yeah, that's a real man.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about something that
everyone's thinking
that
about.
we were touching a little bit, and are yellow leaves all they are cracked up to be?
Right.
Right. And this is a question a lot of people have voted on to be one of the questions that should be asked in this podcast.
Because people are at home struggling mentally.
Are yellow leaves all they are cracked up to be?
Yeah, like, am I being gaslighted by the government?
Yeah.
Or is it as good as it seems?
So we did touch on it a little bit. So where do you stand on the yellow leaves?
I mean, listen, I think it is phenomenal stuff, right?
You do.
I do. I don't drink. I don't smoke crack cocaine.
And you still love the yellow leaves.
Unlike all the other people out there addicted to crack cocaine, I can enjoy the leaves. I'm just saying, when you don't use any mind-altering substances for years and years and years and years and years, you just appreciate nature stuff way more.
Right.
And so, but I think I've been brainwashed by romantic comedies, but I love the foliage. It's orange, it's red, it's yellow, it's bright, it's changing, it's in your face. It's like a Van Gogh painting that came to life and just is like, throwing a temper tantrum at you.
Right.
Right. So I don't know. I like it. And also, like, you can walk around and have a coffee and pretend you're in some sort of movie. Yeah. So that's where I stand. Obviously, you have a way different take. So I don't know. Just to conclude, yes, they're all they're cracked up to be, and more.
And more.
And more, yeah.
Yeah, I think there are issues with the leaves. It gets way more slippy outside. Slippery.
Uh-huh.
Like just I was out on a two-wheel thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go into like what is it, a bicycle? Is it a whatever it is?
Right.
2 wheels on it. And going fast. The foliage was in full foliaging.
Right.
And I almost cracked my head.
Oh, you almost fell over.
Yeah, because like all the leaves are on top of each other, and they start to now get slimy because they're decomposing, right?
Oh, no, yeah, but look, I mean, this is glass half full, half empty stuff. I'm talking about foliage in the leaves when it's dry on the ground.
Oh, it needs to be dry.
It has to be dry.
Okay, so wet doesn't work for you.
Well, I mean, wet is just pre-winter. That's not autumn anymore.
Yeah, well, it's pre-winter, that's for sure.
Damn it. Well, good thing we're having an autumn special just in the nick of time.
Yeah, before it becomes winter.
Yeah.
No, that was a problem just the other day and actually today. But I would say I do understand that there is something romantic about putting a coat on and walking around with a coffee. But I'm kind of tired of walking around in a city.
Why?
Because I've seen it all.
Right.
I've seen it all.
You've seen every city.
Yeah, just walking around. Like I could walk, but I would need to have a destination.
Right.
I can't just walk around with a coffee and I'm like, yeah, talking and like, okay, now we went up here. Well, yeah, it's a nice view, and then you go. Like I don't like walking around aimlessly.
You don't?
I don't.
How do you walk around purposefully? What does that even look like?
Well, let's say, okay, so I do travel sometimes when I do my jokies.
I thought you were going to say speeches.
I call them rallies.
That's just the stress talking, man.
Yeah. So I do rallies.
Of course. That's brilliant.
Fuck.
Gets the people going.
And then so I come to a city early, and then I check into a hotel, and then I unpack something. Okay, I'm not going to work out now. Maybe I'll work out later. Like if they have a gym, who knows? Maybe I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
Maybe not even that. okay, I'm going to explore this city now. What am I supposed to do? What am I going to do?
Right.
And usually it's, okay, where is it a bakery that has gotten good reviews?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I go on whatever the internet says. I find a bakery that has cinnamon buns or whatever.
Right.
And okay, that's over there. I'm going to walk there and I'm going to walk back.
Right.
That's my trip. So I have a goal. I'm going to buy something, eat it, have another coffee or whatever, and then walk back. If I'm just going to walk, then I've done that too. And that's interesting in a city you've never been to.
Right.
But if you live in a city, walk around like an idiot, I can see who's just walking around. Wow. I see them. They're on their phone and they're just like...
They're walking around aimlessly.
And I don't respect it.
You know, criminals were asked, people in prison for violent crime, they were just showing a bunch of people walking on the street. And then were supposed to point out who they would attack and who they wouldn't. And they wouldn't attack all the people who really looked like they were going somewhere, who really looked like they had a purpose.
Right.
Like a Wall Street guy was late for a meeting, who obviously had like life insurance and lawyers and stuff like that. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
But the people wandering around aimlessly, like, what year is this? I've never seen this park bench before. They were the victims they went for. And the more aimless, the more they wanted to hurt you.
So I'm actually onto something.
I mean, listen, if you can't trust the criminals at the local penitentiary,
who can you trust?
That's it. It's exactly right.
So, yeah, and I trust them. 100%.
Yeah, because they're the ones doing the crime.
Yes.
Because they're brave enough to not listen to that voice in their head, which once again is the red flag of empathy.
100%.
They don't have it. They just do what they want to.
That's true.
So I can agree with you on that, but I would just say, at the end of the day, what it is for me, all these pumpkins and, foliage and all this stuff, it just means Christmas is coming. And I can just hear in my head,
Stop. Too early.
Is it?
Too early.
It isn't, though.
It's too early.
Look,
don't go there.
I have Christmas.
Don't go. Don't.
Just why? Why do you want to deny?
We're autumn.
But
don't change up the seasons here.
I'm not changing up anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying, and let that leave that for a second.
Can't believe you find it socially acceptable to dampen. Christmas.
Oh, I'm dampening big time. Oh, big time.
Seasonal
damping.
Enthusiasm.
Seasonal damping. Seasonal damping.
Fine. And just last thing. Starbucks has pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I never tried it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
What pumpkin spice? What's special about that?
I don't know. It's just really good, and it tastes like fall, autumn. But I hated it once the influencers started doing it.
Okay, here's an offer. There is a Starbucks in the area down here.
Really?
I will be willing to try one.
Really?
Just to see what's going on.
Well, I think you would hate it.
I think it's probably too sweet.
Really sweet.
Yeah, these Americans, man.
Yeah.
Everything is like, oh, the thing is here now. Oh, what is it? No, it's just sugar on top of something.
On top of sugar, usually.
It's like it's a marshmallow with sugar on top.
Yeah.
It's just like you disgusting human being.
Well, I don't know. Like, it's one thing if you make a cookie or like a cinnabon, but like they're taking coffee and turning it into like a circus drink.
Yeah, exactly. It's the circus around it, because cinnamon buns were actually a respected pastry back in the days. It's probably from...
As opposed to now when it's mocked?
No, it's not mocked. It's turned into a circus.
How?
Well, they put, like, you go on whatever the blogs are now with people like forcing cinnamon.
Like
it's
sourdough.
Like this. It's cinnamon bun with cookie cream and cookie cheese flavor. It's just like, what's wrong with you? It was great.
Yeah, we had a perfectly good product.
We had a perfectly good product, and then like they started changing. Like, no, now it's with Oreos and peppermint chocolate chip. It's just like, what is it? And no, it's drained in chocolate sauce, and it's marshmallows inside, and I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'm a conservative guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to the pastries.
When it comes to the pastries.
Open for Everything else.
You know, just between you and me, in Denmark, they have a thing called a cinnamon snail.
Yeah, a royal snail.
And it's made with butter dough.
Yeah, there we go.
It's unhinged.
Yeah, but didn't I tell you about this?
I've considered it many times. When I'm a bit stressed, I consider just selling everything I own and then burning my birth certificate, all my identity papers, faking my own death, going down to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And just living outside a bakery, or even ask them to move into the attic.
You know, you could just do that without doing any of those previous statements.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't mean anything, you know. Then it wouldn't be.
You could just buy a ticket and go there and live like a homeless person. You don't have to burn anything, fake your death.
Sell my apartment.
Did you know that Dex faked his death? And moved to Denmark? Oh, where does he live? Outside a bakery. But why did he fake his death? We don't know.
Because no one's after him.
We don't know.
No one cares.
Nobody cares.
That's a good point. But I just feel like it wouldn't be a dramatic enough maneuver.
Yeah, but a lot of people you probably know would go to Denmark and then just see you on the street. They're like, hey, I thought you died.
I was at your funeral.
I was at your funeral. What's going on here?
Yeah.
No, I just love the butter dough so much. I faked my own death.
I mean,
what? You did what now?
What an homage.
No, you're scaring the children.
What an homage to the bakery, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's like, what a testament to them.
They could market with it.
Like this, our buns are so great. He faked his own death. And now he's homeless because of them. Why don't you try one?
He's like, man, that would be great. That would be great. I just feel like if you're not willing to create some drama around it all, I feel like you don't really mean it, you know?
I think that's a tad too much.
Okay, maybe.
It's a tad too much.
I'm open for maybe that's a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean...
Because look, the last time I was in Copenhagen, there was a bakery on the corner, and it was right by a canal. So I could maybe live on a houseboat. So I guess the whole point of selling the apartment, everything I own, and is that I would just buy a houseboat, and then I would live there for like the next 20 years just eating cinnamon buns, like Spurlock eating Big Macs, but it would be me there. But I don't want anyone to come and bother me, right? And if you're dead, people don't come to bother you.
That's true.
People don't, because I don't want people getting involved. Like, oh, why'd you move here? Like, why are you like? I don't have time for your questions. Like, I'm eating these buns.
I didn't burn my birth certificate for no reason.
No, like, I didn't burn my birth certificate to have to listen to this crap.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see that pile of ashes up there on the deck? Yeah, it says birth something. Yeah. That's my birth. That used to be my birth certificate.
Yeah, a driver's license.
And drive everything. All my papers. I can't go to another country now because I love these buns so much.
What's so funny though is, based on what you're saying, is I would have a lot more money. A lot more money for both boats and rent and buns.
Yeah.
If I just sold everything and left.
Yeah.
But I think it would cost a lot of money to bribe government officials to write in deceased next to my name and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not so smart a move. But then again, like, I don't want people getting involved in my wonderful new like butter dough life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I don't know if we talked about it. We've talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was this bakery I found. I got there and I said, you have two different Cinnabons? Okay, I'll have one of each. It was a regular one, great bun, and then a butter dough one.
Is that?
Yeah, the up there.
Wow.
And then I said, wow, this is insane. And I went back to them and I said, hey, I'll have the butter dough Cinnabon. We don't have that.
What?
I was like, what? No, I was. Yes, you have. I was here the other week. I bought a regular one, like that one, and then a butter dough. No, we never had butter dough.
No. It's
like, am I going crazy?
Wow.
Am I tripping?
Wow.
Did I trip?
Did you?
But I must have had one. I'm sure I was like sitting on the street like a homeless guy, right?
Yeah.
Just screaming to no one.
Right.
and then she said, well, maybe they made too many croissants, and they had no, too much dough, and then they didn't make as many croissants, so they made cinnamons out of the rest of them. But that's not what we usually do. And I said, listen, you got to talk to your manager, like the owner.
You got to reorganize this whole place.
This has to be a part of the business now.
Yeah.
This could be a game changer.
People will burn their birth certificates.
And you know what? The problem with people who just gets a salary,
What?
they don't care. She looked at me like, why am I having this conversation with you? I'm here to sell you something. We don't have it. The conversation is over.
But you're the customer.
Yeah, but she was like, I don't get paid to do.
I don't get paid. I don't get paid to care.
I don't get paid to like improve or do anything.
Wow.
Right. So I mean, if they made that Cinnabon, I mean, they would change the whole game.
You know, let me just tell you right now, if she's representative of the average person in the cinnamon bun industry,
Yeah.
then I think my move of burning birth certificates, setting up my own funeral, you know, burning down my house, getting the life insurance, you know, like disappearing, burning all my clothes, you know.
Yeah. It's a lot of burning.
So much burning.
What, are you naked down there? You need clothes.
So getting a murder weapon, framing the right people. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Like, you have a very easy face to spot. It's not like if you burn all of your clothes and buy a new one. It's like, yeah, that's him. It's right. He's right here.
But
a new shirt from Zara.
I just think like if you're willing to give up your whole life for a cinnamon bun, and she's not even willing to listen to the customer, then I'm proud of my choices. At least I'm living in a boat, huddled in a bunch of blankets, swirling the brandy.
Yeah, but I did tell her, listen, that Cinnabon is a game changer. Like, you need to put that on the menu. That has to be like
a flagship.
This could be like everybody comes here for that thing.
No,
like, it's not that great of a bakery. It's like a hole in the wall. You have like, you have nothing going on here except just making bake. Like, you should be different.
Yeah.
Like, if you made this and then sold it as a prized item, you would have people burning everything and moving outside and living like a homeless person in their car.
And then she goes, "What are you talking about?" No, trust me. A friend of mine did it.
A friend of mine is crazy down in Copenhagen now.
Everyone's doing it now
because of the butter dough.
Yeah, that's a testament to how good your bakery is.
And she said, well, "Why did he burn everything?" Listen, we don't have time to discuss the burning.
Yeah.
Just get it on the menu.
Do you have a baked good item that will make people burn their lives to the ground? And that's its own star rating.
And she didn't want to have that conversation.
That's why they'll never be great.
That's why they'll never be great.
It's so true.
Yeah. Okay.
She didn't want to have that conversation.
So a lot of people ask you and me about scented candles.
Oh, man. If I had a penny.
The penny for all the candles. So can you have candles in your apartment and still be a man? Right? And which is a separate question from the one that comes after, of course. Where do you stand on the candles as a man?
I mean, I got to be honest. I don't know anymore.
You don't know?
I don't know anymore. I think you're the guy to ask.
Okay, I have candles in my apartment.
How many? Of what size? Are they hung?
The long ones.
Thin?
The thin, long ones.
Like in Dracula's castle.
Sure, Dracula.
So because I think the big fat candles, are more. I don't know. They communicate more a guy who doesn't really care. I don't know. Whatever. I bought a big fat one. It's over there.
Okay.
But if you have skinny ones, you seem like you're pretty invested in these candles. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I've never really had any relationship to candles at all in my life, okay? Right. That was not a thing that I was like, hey, I should have some candles. The only reason I've ever had candles is because of the opposite sex.
Right.
That's the only reason I've ever owned candles.
And what do they like about it?
Again, they love fire.
Right.
They love things that burn. They love death.
Right.
Wasting. whatever these candles are, right?
Or maybe they love risk. You know, if we knock one of these over,
We all die.
we all die.
Yeah, there's something about that too.
Inferno.
Inferno. So I've had candles in my life. It's always to impress the opposite sex. And
How many candles is too many?
well, I don't think there's a limit, to be honest.
There's no limit.
No, I don't.
As a single man, there's no limit to how many candles you can have.
Well, you can have a bunch of candles, but like I think like I've never lit up a candle on my own, and then I'm gonna enjoy myself now.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. So you have to have company.
I can heart, like I'm swearing on my family.
Right.
I've never ever lit up a candle without company.
Me neither. So here's a question. What kind of a person are you if you light up candles?
Well, women do
Without-
this all the time.
But they're allowed. I mean, they've got a whole,
This is what they do.
this is all part of their MO.
Like, no, I poured myself a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I put a candle.
they have like interior design in their DNA.
It's and it's totally okay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
But
like
I'm talking about our side.
our side, yes,
If you're a man and you light a bunch of candles on your own without company,
yeah.
what does that mean?
I
mean, I could see it if you're polishing your samurai sword blade in the dark with candlelight.
sure if you're planning revenge with your sword. As a man, I would totally accept the candles.
That's so true.
I would.
Because it's not even about polishing a weapon or huge copper item per se, or even an antique. There has to be a motive behind it. Revenge. I'm going to take back the honor of my family
Yeah.
through this, whatever it is, the thing you're polishing.
It's a ritual, and there's candles, and you know, you need some darkness and light, like it's like the mixture and like the spookiness of it all,
Right.
right? Psych yourself up.
And then also, when the mafia makes a guy and they slit his hand and he drips blood onto a Hail Mary thing and
Yeah.
it's a bunch of stuff, that's also a candle situation.
Yeah, you can have candles.
Yeah, yes, you can.
I will allow it. I will allow them.
You know, it's so funny because it's fall, and I'm sure people, like millions of people, are wondering about this stuff. So finally, it's getting cleared up. You know?
But here's the difference. I think if you're polishing your gun,
Yeah.
planning for revenge,
Mhm.
I don't see candles. I think a sword is the only thing.
It is. What about if you're writing your manifesto in a log cabin at night?
With candles,
Yeah, because there's no electricity. Because you have to be off grid, otherwise they'll find you.
I feel if you're writing a manifesto to then blow something up, I think there's usually a lamp. They have a lamp.
Paraffin.
Nah, I don't know. I think it's a lamp. I think they have electricity. I think they're like in a basement. I think they need like the hard, like bright light.
LED light.
Yeah, like they just like they're like high on whatever, and then coffee, and then everything's bright, and there's heavy music, and there's World of Warcraft, and there's all these games and chat groups and 4chan.
Right.
And then like, you fucking, I'm gonna blow, I hate everyone, I'm gonna die a virgin. Right. And I think there's no candles there.
Right.
Because you're not mentally there. Candles is for a person who's in control.
So true. So true. It's so true. Have you been at a candle store? I mean, just look at the clientele.
They're all in control.
They're all in control of their lives. But if you go to an LED store, that's different. So anyway, last thing I just want to say, I mean, it's just a given that a scented candle is wrong. And the reason why it's wrong is because it's, I would just say, too feminine for a man to have in his possession. But at the same time, if you have been making too much chili con carne, let's say, for too long, and your apartment just has a smell you need to get rid of,
Right.
is a scented candle an acceptable way to alter the smell situation?
Great question. Love where your mind's at.
Thank you.
So I was about to say the same thing,
Right.
Because I was at a store looking at like oily, smelly oils, like the scents, like these
Fumerizers or vapor.
No, it's like some oil with some sticks in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they called.
Yeah, but it's burning, isn't it?
No, it's not burning. It's just like
Oil that's there.
it's an oil with pins, like sticks,
Right.
coming out, and it's just like it kind of smells nice.
Yeah. Like a ritual store kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then
What were you looking into that for? What were you looking
because
to
I thought, like,
accomplish?
I think I need to upgrade the smell situation.
I need more sandalwood, kind of.
I need like something that is like comfortable.
Citrus.
Yeah, because my apartment, like, it smells like, just like a cardboard.
Smells like cardboard.
Yeah, it smells like, a guy who
Works in the cardboard industry.
Yeah, a guy who sleeps in a cardboard. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I am homeless, living in a cardboard box.
My cardboard box smells like cardboard.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Yes.
And I thought, so I thought, like, in my apartment I should have a scented candle, like, to burn it, and then, like, just like put that, like, all those fumes into the apartment. I thought, like, that would I think the smell would stick longer if I had a candle, in a way. That was my theory, at least.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy anything. I thought, you know what? I'm going to smell like cardboard for a while. I don't mind.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's its own kind of integrity to commit to who you really are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, I think candles can be insanely expensive, which I noticed at the store, which was kind of not an expensive store. This was like, whatever, run-of-the-mill, regular, they sell blankets and shit.
Yeah.
And candles.
Wow.
And then I thought, like, they probably have some, great prices. No, like the smelly stuff, it's good. I don't know how difficult is it to make a smell? How difficult? I think me and you can make a truth train smell. Do you want to smell like a locomotive? Here's your
Yeah.
a truth locomotive.
I do.
Truth oil. We should be selling that.
Do you want to smell like a locomotive?
You want to smell like a cog in the machine of a locomotive.
Yes.
The metallic and oil smell.
There's nothing like the smell of truth in the morning.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. But so I was like astounded by like the prices they have on this scented candles and the oils. And I was just like, I can't pay for this. What am I? I'm not this person. I can't pay for this.
Right.
Like, no, I can't do that. And if somebody forced me to pick it up, I would. But I mean, I'm not buying this on my own.
Right.
And so what I'm trying to get to here is, as a man having scented candles, I will approve it if there's something about your apartment that kind of you need to cover up, like a certain smell. Let's say the building is kind of smelly. Maybe it's like old and...
Let's say it smells like potatoes.
Let's say it smells like potatoes. That's not good.
No.
Right? So if you want to invite a woman in, you should probably think about the candles. Yeah, the scented one.
Candles are for people who are in control.
It is.
It's so true. It makes perfect sense when you say it. It's just I never thought it before,
So, but if you... Okay, let me ask you this then. Okay, so if you're a woman... You're fine with her buying a scented candle.
Of course.
You have no problem.
No problem.
Go ahead, honey.
Of course.
Buy as many as you want.
Hey, I would be more surprised if she wasn't buying them.
Exactly. But if a friend of yours say, hey, listen, I can't come to the party. I have to go and buy scented candles.
Yeah.
What would you say then?
Call 911.
You would call 911.
I have a friend who's in great jeopardy.
Yeah, he has a tumor, probably.
Yeah, or he's kidnapped and he's talking to me in code that I don't understand.
Yeah.
He's like, send help.
Yeah, send the police. Track his position.
Yeah. And so, you don't want to mess around with this stuff,
Well, what is it about scented candles that makes a man... I assume that you're trying to say that he's feminine?
Yeah, it's just extraordinarily feminine.
Right.
You know, it's extraordinarily feminine.
And what's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
A man being feminine with the smells.
Oh, it's just, I don't know. I would say there's like a scale of masculine to feminine where everyone's allowed to operate.
Right.
But then there's a separate scale outside of that, which is just way beyond like normal stuff.
And that's scented.
That's scented candles. That's dangerous territory we don't want to be operating in too long. Because who knows what might come of that. I mean, you don't want a man's apartment smelling of like jasmine with sandalwood and citrus. Because okay, to put it this way, a man's apartment can't smell like a spa, a unisex spa.
Why not? Why not?
Because it's I don't know, it's concerning. It's just a concern-worthy smell.
Well, I think it would be better that than the smell I arrived to when I came in here today. It smelled like lamb, cooked lamb.
Cooked lamb is a man smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, if you walk into a guy's apartment and it smells like a spa, right? I mean, the lack of lamb is what's so concerning. Like, why isn't he cooking meat? Understand?
Yes, I do understand, but elaborate, please.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, nothing wrong with a fresh smell, okay? But there's a big difference between perfume and cologne for men kind of thing. In 1997, there was a cologne on the market, which was called the Michael Jordan cologne, maybe the Air Jordan cologne, I don't remember. But that cologne, that was the greatest manly cologne that's ever, nothing since has come close. Not Aqua di Gio, not the Dior one, like nothing has touched it. So for 30 years, the whole world has been functioning without like the quintessential manly smell. But then I found it recently in a beard store in the form of beard oil.
Well, it's not called Jordan, but it's the same smell.
Yeah. It's the Jordan. Can I get it real quick?
Sure, yeah. So basically what you're saying is that it was called Air Jordan, but they stopped producing it, and then you got really sad for a while, and then you found it, but it is not called Jordan, right?
No. I think the reason why we suddenly came up with 3,000 genders and everything started, the whole fabric of society started falling apart, was the lack of this smell.
Right.
So all I'm saying is sandalwood, citrus, all this spa-like stuff. It's got a very feminine edge. Every man's apartment should smell like this.
Secret potion number 3.
Number 3, right? See,
they Barbara, and this is they reveal what it is.
Just smell it.
Yeah, it's.
You see how that's light, but it's masculine.
It is light.
It's very light.
Do you know what it smells like?
What?
Double douche.
No, it does.
Double douche.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Bullfrog. Secret potion number 3. Anyway, so look.
Well, it's certainly not a feminine smell. That's true.
All I'm saying is, I think women would be a bit concerned if they walked into a guy's apartment and it smelled like a very feminine place.
I've been to a couple of nice hotels in my life.
Right.
And sometimes I come into the lobby and just like this smell of like something fresh and very like clean and something like wood. It smells like wood and some whatever I don't know. Who knows?
Balsa wood.
But it smells like something fresh and clean and just like this is serious business now.
Yeah.
We're not cheap here.
Yeah.
If you want to buy something, it's going to cost you.
Wow.
That kind of smell.
Wow.
I wish I had that smell.
Yeah.
In my apartment. Like when people come in there, like, oh my God, I have to pay money now.
I totally agree with what you're saying. But like, I think there's a lot of psychology. I think they hire like 10, 15 people to figure out those smells.
Oh,
like,
1,000%.
That smell is supposed to intimidate you. But I think the safest thing for any man out there is the smell of chlorine. You want your whole apartment to smell like chlorine. Because you have now, it's basically a genocide of the germs.
Well, also, it smells like you're covering up a murder or something.
That too, which they like.
I mean, again, we're back to the true crime thing.
Yeah, but also this idea of like, that's why they like the candles too. It could fall over. We could both die.
Right.
Ooh, did this guy murder someone in here? Who knows?
I want to die together.
Right?
Right, stuff like that.
And that's why women write to guys in jail.
Yeah.
Because they're secretly into that.
I wonder how many men who write women in jail.
That's a great question.
I wonder how many.
Wow.
I would love to find that out.
Wow. And what kind of crimes do you think they'd be looking for?
I
would think embezzlement.
So
embezzlement would be good.
I never used ChatGPT. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask it just to like let's see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. How are you going to phrase that question?
How
many men?
How many men
write to women in jail?
Write
who are in jail?
to women during jail or
who are in jail?
Who are in jail? Who are in jail?
Yep.
It's hard to pinpoint exact number, but research and surveys suggest that a significant number of incarcerated women receive letters from men, both romantically and platonically.
Right.
A study in the U.S. found that women in prison are often more likely to receive letters and correspondence than men.
Really?
Wow. A study in the U.S. found that women in prison are often more likely to receive letters and correspondence than men, who typically get fewer letters overall.
Wow. I like how they want... Who wants a friend, a woman friend who's in prison?
But do you understand that? So women who are in prison often get more likely to receive letters and correspondence than men, who typically get fewer letters overall.
Men get fewer overall, yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Right. So women do write.
No. Men write more letters to women. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So who typically get fewer letters overall? Like men get fewer letters overall.
Which is another reason why women should commit more crime.
Some of the main reasons men write to women in prison include romantic or sexual interest, loneliness and connection, pen pal programs, support advocacy. In general, though women in jail or prison tend to receive more letters than men, and they might be more likely to form relationships through those exchanges. Would you be interested in more statistics or a deeper dive into the topic? No, thank you. Right. I got what I need.
A deeper dive, huh?
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at that.
That's great. Anyway, look, all I'm saying is this. I think this whole, like, for too long now, there's just been too much of this, like, oh, men need to talk about their feelings so much and men need to become more feminine and blah, 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 blah. You know what? I think for me, what works for me is to just shut up and put chlorine on everything. Yeah. And I'm not going to put some lemongrass, okay, freaking
oil in the air.
Yeah, like I'm not going to spray lemongrass in here, okay? Because this is not some sort of like Thai massage spa. It's a man's apartment. It smells like beef and chlorine, and that's what people respect.
People respect that.
Yeah, but we also have a duty to not involve too many scents, unless it's Bullfrog Secret Potion number 3.
I did watch a documentary recently that something about like men are grown up, like we've taught to be like tough and, you know, oh, men don't cry and all that stuff, and that's wrong, and it adds to the, you know, problem of society, and it creates criminals and like all this toughness, right. And don't talk about your feelings, and that guy's feminine. You should avoid him. You should be on the football team. You should be tough. Right. You know, you should be screamed at and like be a jock.
Right.
That's hurting society overall.
Okay. Who said this?
Yeah, some people in a documentary.
Right. And what do you think of that?
I thought, well, that's very strange from my upbringing.
Right.
Right. I didn't get that memo at that time.
Too bad you didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah. But
I wonder what would happen if we then did everything perfectly, as described as like, okay, now everybody, you talk about your feelings, blah blah blah, no, and then like everything's allowed and be yourself and all that stuff. Like we're in uncharted waters here.
Yeah, but I think then you get depressed.
No, but we don't like. I don't know. But that's my point. I don't know. But I think if you go and buy scented candles,
Yeah.
that's a huge step for a man.
Step in what direction?
That's the interesting part.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know. It's in uncharted waters.
Right.
Because I don't like a man. They don't like, because when I went into that store and I remember, okay, I was looking at the towels, I was looking at the duvet covers, and then I went over to the scented candles selection, whatever they had over there. And I noticed that all the women were looking at me for the first time in the store. They were like, he's looking at the scented candles. And the two women behind the counter were looking at me.
Right.
And now the woman back in the store, she was looking.
Right.
And a customer was there. She dropped what she was doing. She was looking at me.
Right.
And I was just like, I can't be looking at these scented candles. And I ran out of there.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
But what do you think they were thinking? Because here's my first instinct, okay? Imagine crazy Joe Davola in Seinfeld, right? I mean, he's almost like a serial killer. Or like Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. To me, I have the feeling of like a serial killer is a person who would use scented candles. So he lures you into his apartment for reasons unknown. He puts on the scented candles and then puts on opera music.
Right.
And while he distracts you and says, hey, look at this artifact I have from the Far East, then he comes up behind you with a rain jacket and an axe and then starts going nuts on you. You know?
Yeah.
I just can't see a non-serial killer person having a scented candle.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of serial killers who didn't have scented candles.
Maybe that's because it was before they were available everywhere.
I've seen some really hillbilly kind types who, they didn't have any scented anything.
Right.
I didn't think they had soap. They didn't have soap even.
Okay, I gotcha.
So I think they exist.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think so.
But in conclusion, the women were looking at you like you're in the wrong department.
They looked at me. They gave me a look that, listen, this is very interesting for you to look at these candles. It was like being a teenager trying to buy condoms.
That's what it was like, huh?
It was like that. It was just like, oh God, I can't do it. It's not worth it. And you run out of there.
Right.
And you just stay.
So you don't know what was going on in there, but there was a lot of interest in you in that division of the store.
They were looking at me.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
you have that.
Yeah, it's something.
It's something. So, okay. So in conclusion, as we said, be careful. Be very careful. Out there, because people are staring at you.
They are. And it's also, was there another question on there?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Come on.
No, it's done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I like this whole thing about candles. And I just want to say to everyone out there, if you're like me and you've been accused again and again and again of being unstable, untrustworthy, not in control of your life, not a person who delivers the goods and not someone who could be trusted with keys or artifacts or money or anything.
Stealing cars.
Yeah, but
hijacking.
Or maybe you had a drug problem, had to go to rehab. Nothing screams being in control like having a bunch of candles.
Truth.
So take these people who have doubted you and bring them to the candle store and buy candles in front of them. And they can see your relationship with the person behind the counter giving you the nod of control. Yeah. Like, okay.
You should light them up already in the store to show them how much in control you are. Okay, people. Good night.
Nice.